Hello, this is a strength and balance class, focusing today more on Pilates with a ring. This is a Pilates ring, so it's called also a magic ring. I love the name. If you don't have one, I would say just use lightweights because we need to pulse, a lot of pulsation when we use the ring. We also need a band. The long resistance band, and to finish, obviously, with our massage balls. So for now, just put everything to the side and let's come to stand in the middle of the mat. Feet parallel to one another. You can even check your feet. Keep a little bent in the knees and just try to find your alignment. So your ears are above your shoulders, shoulders above the hips, and the hips above the heels. Lift your toes off the floor. Open your toes, so you, as if you're like my hands, you open your toes wide, you separate your toes, and then you're trying to bring them back down. So if you look down, you could see space in between each toe. And let's repeat that. Lift your toes, open your toes, and bring your toes back down. So bend the knees a bit. I'm going to show you 3/4 of the way. Bend the knees a bit and back. Just this. Now add the arms. Inhale, exhale. I'm not lifting my arms super high yet. So when I bring my legs straight, my arms are up. They're not really, really high. They can have parallel to the floor because we're still warming up. And when you come to bend the knees, it's not quite a chair. You're bending more your knees than pushing the hips back. That's a little bit different. The idea is to stretch the calves and back up. So those little movements, palms facing down. Feel like you're pushing the air away. And then release. So shake your legs, roll your shoulders. Let's go to our side stretch. You're going to inhale, reach your right arm up and lean to your left side. You can extend your bottom hand down. So reach your fingers down and then bring your top arm a little bit more up and reach your fingers up. So top fingers are reaching up, bottom fingers are reaching down. Come back to center, release the arm down, the other side, inhale, reach your left arm up, exhale, lean to your right side. So first is just a stretch. And here just reach your bottom fingers down, bring your top arm away from your ear so your arm is vertical and reach your top fingers up. So it's more what I call an active stretch. Come back to center, release the arm down, roll your shoulders. Let's take the ring since we're gonna, it's the theme is using the ring, so we're gonna use it. I realize I should have worn maybe something different than black because you don't see it, but it is what it is. So when you holding the ring, you want to make sure your fingers are pointing forward. We don't hold like that because otherwise we'll use too much our fingers. So fingers pointing forward, and you have, just like you would hold a block, you have the ring right at the base of the fingers like that. So I'm showing you kind of a side way. That would be this way. Okay. And so for now, just have the ring very close to you and go back to your, throughout stance, ears, shoulders, hips, heels aligned, and you're going to push down the ring. 1, 2. So if you want to take this class and you don't have a ring, you can do without. You just push like that. You can use a block. You can use something that's maybe some blocks are quite soft, so you can feel that you can push in a bit, or maybe light weights. keep going like this. It's really good for the pectoral minors. And push, 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 stay here. Keep the ring, you know, it's changing the size. It's a little bit more than an oval than a circle. And relax. Good. All right, now you're gonna bring the ring to your, I'm gonna mirror you to your right hip. Make sure it's not the waist. It could be a little bit lower towards your thighs. It all depends on the length of your arms. And your pad, by the way, your pad is always on the skin. It's not the other part of the ring. So mine, actually, it's a little bit below my hip because my arm is long. And you're going to push down. So try not to do that like I'm doing right now, curling the fingers. Try to keep your fingers pointing down and relax the shoulder. I'm going to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's go to the other side. So same thing, place it at the same spot. You're trying to have the ring also parallel to the floor. The fingers are pointing down. And let's push down. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your shoulders relax. We're not lifting the shoulder to bring the arm forward. We're actually using the underarm here. If you would place the other hand under your armpit and across the body, you are using those muscles. This is probably 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring the ring again in front. Now you have the ring more like you would be hugging a small tree, fingers pointing forward. So your elbows are bent to the side, looks like that. And you push again, little bent in the knees, push the ring. 1, now you feel more your pectoral minors are bent. 2, keep the belly in. 3, then make sure your shoulders are not lifting. 4, using your arms and those pectoral minors. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take a little break. All right, now behind, and this is the most tricky to do. You'll see my ring probably won't move that much because we don't work behind. We don't do anything behind our back. So we don't have those muscles really to push in. But we'll do it anyway. So the ring is parallel to the floor. Same thing, your fingers are pointing down. So now already this is probably feel enough. You stay right here. Remember, ears are back. I'm tendency to have my head forward because I'm looking at the screen, but I need to readjust that. A little bent in the knees, and you're going to push a little bit. 1, barely visible. 2, 3, just pretend you're pushing. 4, 5, make sure you're not forcing though. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it up. That's a hard one, I found. All right. Now, very good to avoid having a head always forward because of all the technology. You're going to place the ring behind the back of your head. So it's just like this. And sideways, I'm showing you now, you have your hands inside of the front pad. So make sure it's the pad that's in your head and the back of your head. And the other pad is in front of you. Your hands are inside. Okay, so you're wearing a helmet. So again, I check your alignment. Your ears are back, and you're keeping your ears back. You push your hands forward, and you relax. Push your hands forward, and at the same time, push your head back into the ring. Relax. So when I relax, I'm relaxing my arms. I'm not keeping my head forward. Okay, so if you're not sure, look at the screen. So here, you tuck your chin in a bit, bring your head back into the ring. At the same time, push your hands forward, hold a little bit here, and then relax the hands. And you keep going like that. This is really good actually to tone the back of the neck, since our head has a tendency to be more forward than our shoulders. The back of the neck, those muscles, even in the upper back, get weak. So this helps with that. Let's do 2 more. Push back, release. You're pushing your head back as you're pushing your hands forward and release. Good. You probably felt right here, right? Like I was saying, the back of the neck. Good. All right. Just turn your head side to side a little bit if you need, just slowly, yeah? And then here, let's bring it's like a hello, your ring right above your head, not too close. So your elbows are bent, not too high yet. Fingers still pointing forward, and we're going to push down 1. I'm trying to have it parallel to the ceiling, which it doesn't look parallel to the ceiling in the screen. That's okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, let's keep going with our arms. Now forward, completely forward. A little bent in the elbows. Earlier, we're halfway. We started forward, close to the chest, halfway. Now completely forward. Fingers still pointing forward. Yes, a little bend in the knees. And let's push. 1. So the further we go from the midline, from our body, the more challenging it is. 4, 5. Make sure your shoulders are not moving up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep your arms up this way. Lift your arms all the way up. So try to keep your arms as straight as possible. And let's repeat those pulsing. 1, 2, 3. Make sure the belly is in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Release. All right, let go of the ring for a few minutes. Shake your arms, roll your shoulders. Maybe do 1 shoulder at a time like that. Moving your arms as well. So I have the ring on the mat in front of you. Now we're going to do a little forward bend. So first, tuck your chin in. Bring your chin down. And start to come down. So you can round your back if you want, or just hinge at your hips and come to your forward bend. Now bend your knees a bit. So you need to grab the ring. The pad is on the mat. Your hands are on the top pad. And we pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now push, push, push. And then slowly. So you're going to take the ring with you. Come halfway up. Place the ring so your hands are touching the pads of the ring. And then slowly, let's come back up. So we need the ring. What we're going to do next. So we're holding the ring again. Now, we're going to repeat those forward bend. This time, we're holding the ring, but we're not doing anything yet with the arms. So tuck your chin in. Bring your chin down. Start to roll down or hinge at your hips. And sometimes bring your arms straight down as if you wanted to bring your ring on the floor. And then here, keep pushing the ring. So your arms stay active. Inhale, exhale, come back all the way up. Bring your arms in front of you. We're going to do what we've done sometimes with the block, pro-retraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. Reach forward, so your shoulder blades kind of come apart. Keep pressing the ring, and then draw your shoulder blades back. Reach forward and back. Forward and back. So I don't know if you see that in the screen. Now I'm reaching forward, my shoulder blades come apart, and then I'm trying to bring my shoulder blades together. They will stay a little bit apart because my shoulder blades are quite wide. This is the way I was born. So it always feels like my shoulder blades are sticking out. But I do feel them moving apart when your arms are reaching forward, and think of retracting your arms back into the shoulder blades to bring your shoulder blades together. So now find your happy medium, so you're not so much the shoulder blades apart, not so much squeezed together, so it's your happy medium. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, the top of your shoulders are relaxed. You're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling. So it all depends on your shoulders. Your arms can be a little bit more forward if you want. Press the ring. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin in, look down, and reach forward. You can keep your knees bent. Reach forward. Keep your arms lifted. I didn't say that, too late maybe, but try to keep your arms lifted. Good. Now, once you're all the way down, again, place the pad on the floor, one of the pads. If you stack your hands earlier, change the stack of your hands. And we're going to pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now place the ring again in your hands. Try to lift your arms up the same way you started. And inhale, push the ring. That will help you to come back up. Come all the way up. And let's release our arms. And that's it for now. Roll your shoulders. Good. Okay, let's go to the breath. Make sure you're still using the breathing throughout those exercises. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in, inhale, exhale. So I want to do that again because I want to make sure when you're coming down, you're not dropping the arms. So again, let's start with our arms parallel to the floor, fingers pointing forward. Bring your shoulder blades back. Push the pad. Push the pads, push the ring. Bring your arms up as high as it feels comfortable. Inhale. As you exhale, again, you can bend your knees a bit, hinge at your hips. Reach forward. Keep your arms lifted. I know it's harder. Go a little bit lower if you can. Now stay here. We're not going to bring the ring down. Just stay here. Don't move your arms. I know they're dropping a little bit for me. It means that I need to engage more my core. Inhale and exhale. We're all shaking. I know. Bring yourself back up and bring your arms down. Good. Let's go drop the ring. Open your feet wider. Let's do some electric toothbrush to release the arms and the torso. You turn on your feet, you can turn your head. Go, shake it off. Good. All right, let's take the bend this time. You can have, I would say your hands much wider than your shoulders. My bend is quite thick, but if you have a thinner band, meaning that it's easier to stretch it out, you can bring your hands closer maybe to each other, more under your shoulders. Come towards the top of your mat. And you're going to bring your right foot up. Bring the right leg back, come to your high lunge. So remember your high lunge, the back heel doesn't touch the floor. Your left knee is right above the ankle. I'm going to show you this way. Bring your arms forward and bring your arms into diagonal. So your right arm is going to go down, your left arm is going to go up. Now you're going to keep actually open your arms out, but trying to bring your right arm towards your right leg and left arm a little bit more above, and then release. So open the arms, release. This is 2. 3. So making a diagonal with the band. 5. Don't force. Feel the resistance in the band and then release. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Stay in the high lunge. Hinge at your hips. You have the bend. The bend is really taut, and I'm going to bring my hands closer to each other. And you're just going to roll here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're pushing the left hip back, engaging the glutes. When you bring elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm going to play more with the bounce. So here, you can skip that part what we're going to do, but try. Then always is taut. I'm going to bring my right foot forward, do a roll, and bring it back. That's it. This is 1, let's say. 2, 3, 4. Make sure when you bring the knee in, doesn't go away from the midline. The knee is pointing forward. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the leg back. You're going back to your high lunge this time. Lift your arms up. To finish, open your arms wide into a V. Inhale. Exhale. Release your arms down and step forward. Shake it off. Walk around if you need. Drink water if you need. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring your left foot up. I'm going to do the other side. Step back. Left foot on the floor. Left heel off the floor. So find your mountain pose shape. Ears above the shoulders. Bring your arms in front of you. You this time open your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. And think of already doing a diagonal. So your right hand is going to be higher up than your shoulder. Your left hand is going to be more down, like than the shoulder. And you're going to open your arms into a diagonal. So you'll feel like your bottom hand goes towards the back leg. And then you release. You stay in that diagonal, huh? All right. Just 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax the shoulders. 6, 7. I realize I'm bringing my hand further back than my leg, but you don't have to. You can just be here. 8, 9, 10. All right, stay right here. Hinge at your hips. Bring your hands a little bit closer to each other. And we're going to repeat those rowing. Shoulder blades back and arms straight. Keep the band taut. 2. Relax your toes. 3, 4. Push your elbows back. 5, 6, 7. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Chin is a little bit in. 9, 10. So we're going to do those stepping in. So you're going to step the left toes in, roll, step it back, arms straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap in, tap out. Open your hands wider, lift your arms up. Open the bend if you want. A mini back bend here. Lift your chest. Inhale. And when you exhale, release your arms down, hands down, and bring the leg forward, shake it off. Roll your shoulders. Deep breath in and exhale. Let's drop the bend, come to your ring, take the ring. And you're gonna open your legs wide. Coming the warrior 2 in yoga. So your right foot's gonna turn out. Your left toes are turning in. Bend your right knee. And this is the archer, warrior archer. So I'm on my right side. I'm not mirroring you right now. Your right toes pointing forward. You hold the ring with your right hand at the pad. And the left hand's holding the back ring. And just imagine it's an arrow. You're going to push out. You see my ring is getting more of an oval shape. That's it. That's all we're doing. 2. Relax the shoulders. 3. Be strong on your legs and your legs. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I'm realizing my fingers are wrapped around. It's okay for that. Now, you're going to hinge more at your hips. Bring the ring inside of the leg. And instead, in the yoga, we hold the arm here. We're going to have the hand on the ring itself. But my hand is flat. And make sure your chest is not turning out. So if it is, I would say try to make your distance shorter so you're able to have your hand on the ring and also to be able to turn the chest. Okay. I'm going to go back to where I was, but make sure you're not here because it defeats the purpose of opening the chest. The chest is lifting, should be facing forward. The other arm is up and you're going to push the hand down. 1, the bottom hand that is. 2, 3. So you feel the arm brushing against the leg. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pick up the ring, lift it up, coming back to your warrior 2. And bring the ring in both hands in front of you. Bring your legs straight. Your toes are pointing forward. And maybe your big toes can be turned in a bit. Reach your arms forward. So we're going to repeat that forward fold, except our legs are apart. And but we want to keep the arms lifting. We're not dropping the arms yet. So this time we're doing this way, arms parallel to the floor, fingers pointing forward. So it looks like that on the side. Inhale, push the ring. Exhale, reach forward. Keep your arms lifted, reach forward. You're pushing your hips back. Engage your legs. And when you feel this is where I want to be, place the ring on the floor and try to have the ring, when you step back a bit, but place the ring way more forward than your shoulders. See, my arms are straight. The pad is on the floor and I'm going to pulse again. And tuck your chin in. You don't have to look up at the screen now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the tricky part, pick up the ring, reach your arms forward, fingers pointing forward, bend your knees a bit, it's okay. Push the ring. The ring will help you to come back up. Reach all the way up. And then bring your arms all the way down. Now, if you find your stance for your forward bend was wider than your warrior two, you may want to bring your feet a little bit closer to each other, I mean. Now we're going to do the warrior two on the other side. Left toes turn out, the right toes turn in. Bend the left knee. Make sure you're not leaning forward. When you bend the left knee, you're still in that mountain pose shape. Place the ring in your left hand. So I'm wrapping my fingers around the pad for this one. Right arm is holding the back of the ring. And you're just gonna push, release. So you push, you're pulling with your right hand, you're pushing with your left hand. 2. Make sure the knee doesn't move, okay? 3, 4. Make sure your shoulders, especially the back shoulder, is relaxed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you don't have a ring, by the way, you could do that with a resistance band, something else you can do. All right, now bring the ring on the floor inside of the leg. Your left hand is going to be flat on the pad. So check. You may need to adjust the legs because when you come down, the chest is down. So bring the back foot closer so it's easier to open the chest, okay? And maybe your right arm is up. You can always relax the hand on the hip and push down with the left hand. 1. This works actually on the transverse abdominis, those muscles around the waistline. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the ring with you as if you're coming to your warrior two. Place the ring in your hands, fingers pointing forward. Adjust your legs, so legs are straight. Again, toes, pigeon toes, toes a little bit in, big toes in. This time I'm going to step back so you can see better, but bring your arms up. So when we are coming to our forward bend, you're going to keep your arms lifted along your ears. But push the ring, prepare the core. Belly's in, ribs are in. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Inhale, as you exhale, hinge at your hips and keep your arms lifted. Keep pushing the ring. Retreat, push your hips back. Reach your arms forward. I know it's a little bit harder when your arms are up. A little bit forward, a little bit more forward. And now again, bring the ring way in front of you. Arms are straight. And push your hips back and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, let's try that. So keep a little bent in the knees. Take the ring in front of you. Try to keep your arms lifted. Your arms should be as high as your cheeks, your face. Push the ring, bend your knees, use your core. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring your arms down. Heel toes, your feet. Good. You feel taller now, huh? Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's take a little break with the ring. And let's take the band again. I want to do some biceps. And then for the biceps here, using the ring, if you use using the band, sorry. If you don't want to use the band, you can also use your weights, your light weights. If you are using the band, you're going to place the band on the floor and bring your feet on top. All right. Hold the band, of course, with your hands, arms by your sides, and you're just going to bend the arms and release slowly. I like using the band instead of the weights because we cannot release too fast. And not really, actually, you're using the muscles more properly this way. Okay, so let's do this. Let's count this as 1. You can always keep the knees a little bit bent, by the way. Even here, we are doing our biceps, trying to keep the belly in, the ribs are in. Five. At least a little bit slower that I'm doing. I'm realizing I'm going too fast on the way down. 7. 8. 9. And 10. I found when we use the band, it's much harder than weights, unless you have like 20 pounds, but the band is more efficient, I found, than light weights. All right, place the band to the side. Again, shake your arms, roll your shoulders. I'm going to take the ring again. So let's try to do some movements like this. And this can be done also with the weight. But let's try to do it in a tree pose. So if you want to skip the tree or be by a wall, imagine here we go, we're by the wall and you come to your tree, except now, sorry, you cannot be by a wall because you need to bring your arms back. So skip the tree. And I would say, sorry, when you have your right foot to the side, you keep it this way. Or you come to a tree, bring your arms up, press the pad, and you're gonna bend the elbow back, keep pushing the pad, and up. 2. So you're trying, if you can, to tap the ring behind your back. Whoop. 3. 4. 5. 6. Ribs are in, belly is in. This is 8. We're doing 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Bring the ring down. Come out of your tree. Relax here. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Nothing fancy. So prepare your tree. Again, you can be just this way or have the foot on the calf. And lift your arms up, press the ring and push down. 1, 2. Try to keep your arms straight up and then bend the elbows. 3, 4. Keep pushing the ring, especially when you're going down. 6. Make sure the head doesn't go forward, by the way. The ring has plenty of space to go back. You don't need to move your head. This is 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good. That's a good one, huh? All right, take the ring, bring the ring down, shake, 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 roll your shoulders, shake your legs too. And we're gonna come down on our backs. On our backs. So prepare your mat if you want, pad your mat. And let's take, so you'll have the balls, maybe the band, but the ring also. So bring everything by your side. And roll onto your back. So adjust your back before we do anything. Make sure you're able to place or to keep your back on the floor. And bring the right knee to your chest. The ring is going to be in your hands again, fingers pointing forward. And bring the right leg up to the ceiling. You point your right foot. Now, if you're comfortable, you can slide your left foot, so bringing the left leg to the floor. But you want to make sure you're not arching your back. So keep the back on the floor, even the lower back. And it's okay to bend the left knee. That's what I'm doing right now. So we're going to do leg circles. And I want to make sure that you're not moving your arms. That's all. You're pushing the ring. You're firming actually your arms and your upper core. It helps to keep your mid-back anchored on the floor. And you're going to bring now the right leg to the right, a little bit down. Now to the left, sorry. Let's come back to center. I did it wrong. So bring the leg to the left, down, right, and center. So notice when the leg goes down and back up, you really need to push the ring more to engage your core, because you start to feel your arms are moving. So this is, you notice you're using your core to move the leg here. It's not the momentum of the body. Actually, the body should try to be very still. Come back to center, and you're gonna reverse the direction. And same thing. Try to keep your arms as still as possible. Push the ring and keep your back anchored to the floor. Good. Now bend the knee so you can place the pad inside, your foot inside of the pad. We're just going to stretch our leg this way. So I'm not really holding the second pad. I'm holding the two more to the side of the ring. Elbows relaxed, and flex your foot, push the foot into the pad, into the ring. Place your right hand on the other pad, left hand on your hip. Open the leg a little bit to the right. It's not too much, because you don't want to feel that your left hip is popping up. Bring the leg back to the center. Place now your left hand on the pad and bring your leg a little bit to your left across the body. Your right hand is flat by your side. And come back to center. Release the ring, bring the leg down, both legs down, shake out your legs. You may feel your right leg may feel longer. Bend your knees. Bring the left knee to your chest. Place the foot inside of the top pad. Bring the leg up. And let's not do that yet, sorry. Place the ring in your hands, fingers pointing up. Point your left toes. So we're gonna do the leg circle on the other side, but just prepare for it yet. Bring the right leg back, straight, on the floor. Press your back to the floor, press the ring. So you wanna engage your core. Let's start those circles. Bring the leg a little bit to the right, down, left and center. Inhale, right, down, left and center. Inhale, exhale, you may hear that. You're blowing like you're blowing through a straw. You may feel this side is more challenging. So you really need to press the ring more. One more full circle and reverse the direction. Again, make sure your right hip doesn't move. Your right leg doesn't move. Nothing is moving. Oh, just about. I know it's harder. Finish the circles. One more. And then come back to center, bend the knee. Now you can place the foot inside of the pad. Bring the leg up, hands on the pad or on each side of the pad, wherever it's comfortable to reach. Flex your left foot. Keep your back anchored. Keep just the left hand now on the bottom pad. Right hand on the hip, just to make sure you're not rolling on the hips. And just bring the leg to the left. So not too much, because we'll start to roll on the side. We try to keep our hips anchored on the floor. Keep the ribs in. Bring the leg back to the center. You switch hand, right hand at the pad, left hand by your side, and bring the left leg across the body. Come back to center. Good. Let go of the ring, bend knee. Then bring the ring to the side. Bring your knees to your chest and rock side to side. Let's roll onto our belly. And let's take the ring again. So I'm gonna keep that blanket that will roll a little bit more from my forehead, so I don't feel like it's squished and I can talk to you. Have the ring, one pad is on the floor. So the ring is vertical, and have your hands on top of the top ring. Bring your head inside of your arms. It feels like a diver or a swimmer. So stay like this. Push the ring a little bit. Press your feet to the floor. Pull the navel in. Inhale. Lift your chest. Look up towards your hands. Exhale, release. So and when you're lifting, you're trying to keep the belly in. So let's do a little bit different with the breath. You inhale first, don't move yet, you're just preparing. And as you're exhaling, keep the belly in, push your feet to the floor, lift up. Inhale, release. Exhale, up. This should feel a good stretch for your back, by the way. If you're feeling your back is not happy, do without or don't go as high. You should feel a stretch for the back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, up and down. We're going to do one more time and we're going to stay up. So inhale here, exhale, up, and let's start to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release all the way down. Move the ring to the side. You can actually turn your head to one side. Relax your head, your shoulders. Relax your back. You can wiggle your hips if you want. And turn your head to the other side. You can also bring your forehead on the blanket or towel or just on your hands. Lift your feet up and windshield wiper your lower legs. Bring your legs down, give a little shake in your legs. And we're going to come to a child's pose. So if you don't like being on your knees, you can roll onto your back and bring your knees to your chest. Otherwise, just follow me into a child's pose. You can open your knees a little bit wider. We'll move the blanket this way because it's in the way otherwise. And sit back on your heels, stretch your arms in front of you. Again, this is not comfortable for your knees. Come onto your back and bring your knees to your chest instead. It's exactly the same. And slowly come up and you're going to come onto your back. And take the 2 balls. And let's, actually, you may need to roll your blanket more or have a block for this, or a cushion, pillow. We're gonna bring our, I'm gonna show you the 2 balls at the mid back, just to open the chest. So mid back up. So right above the brow line, the base of the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. The way you can do it is to roll on, let's say I'm rolling on my left side, and with my left hand, I'm placing the ball under my right shoulder blade, and then I go onto my right side and do the same on the other side. I know that's the tricky part, is to place them right. But you can always, actually, if you already have your head on the block, you have space, actually, I find, to place your hand under and open your arms to a T. You don't have to use the block. You can keep your head back if you don't mind with that. I'm just going to use a blanket, I think was enough. The block also is nice. Huh? You can also use the block for under your head. And breathe. Breathe where the 2 balls are. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can move, so your knees are bent, open your feet and move your knees side to side. Bring your knees back to center. Your feet are under your knees. And then here, you can open your feet wider and drop your knees to the right. So you're coming to a supine twist with the two balls still underneath your shoulder blades. And try to anchor your left shoulder blade on the ball. Bring your knees back up and bring your knees to the other side, to the left side. So when we're dropping, often if you don't have the two balls underneath you, what's happening when we're dropping the knees to the side, we start to feel that the opposite shoulder, in this case, the right shoulder, the shoulder blade doesn't stay anchored to the floor. But the ball helps with that. So trying to really keep the right shoulder heavy on the ball. And then slowly come back to center. And just again, windshield wiper your legs. And then you're gonna take one ball away, then the other. Bring the legs straight. Stretch your arms over your head. Let's do what's called Bananasana in Yin. Gonna slide your torso a little bit to the right, slide your to the right. Sorry, I'm doing to the left. So slide your torso to the right and slide your heels to the right. And you're trying to keep your hips anchored. You're not lifting your hips off the floor. So it's a side bend. Come back to center and do the same on the other side. So slide your feet to the left, slide also a little bit your torso to the right. You want to feel a deep stretch in the right side of the body. And come back to center. Torso, legs to the center. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock side to side. Then place your feet to the floor, roll to one side. And slowly come up. Coming up to sit any way you want. Just to finish. Hands together, thank yourself for spending time for yourself. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. See you next time.